To discuss a story we brought you a bit earlier about a U.S. lawmaker saying the United States should use atomic weapons to destroy Iran's nuclear facilities if Washington decides to go to war with Tehran. We're now joined by Mr. Richard Becker, who is with the Answer Coalition. He's joining us live now from Sacramento. Mr. Becker, thanks a lot for joining us. Now, how credible or how much importance do you think we should give Mr. Hunter's comments?
Well, you know, we have to say that these kind of comments bring to mind words like monstrous and appalling, inhuman. To be able to talk that way about launching a massive nuclear war against another country, a country which has not threatened the United States, has not invaded any other countries, unlike the United States, which has invaded two of Iran's neighbors, Iraq and Afghanistan, just in the last decade or so. You know, it's really a reflection of this warmongering spirit that infects so much of the Congress, and of course, which benefits, in reference to your last story, benefits the big corporations, the banks, and the military-industrial corporations who profit from war.
So then, should we see these sorts of statements as rhetoric, or should we see this as U.S. foreign policy?
Well, I think unfortunately in Congress, in the Senate, and we don't know if this will go through, but there is a serious attempt being made to impose even more draconian sanctions, essentially preventing Iran from exporting oil altogether if they had their way. This is a serious move in Congress, and it would mean that the deal that was just reached, the 6-month deal, would break down in all likelihood. And if it does break down, then the possibility, the potential of a new war is very real. So I think that, and we also have to take into account this phrase that is used all the time by these leaders, so-called leaders, no boots on the ground, no American boots on the ground. That is meant to communicate to the people of the United States that there won't be U.S. casualties. All the casualties will be on the other side because they know that a new war in the Middle East is very unpopular. We in the Answer Coalition reject this idea altogether. We consider the lives of all people in the world to be of equal value.
And just briefly, if you can, Mr. Becker, you know, the American people have spoken in polls saying that they support this deal with Iran, they support peace, et cetera, in this region as well. Does this show once again that Congress is disconnected from the people?
Well, the Congress is connected to the lobbyists, overwhelmingly. There may be a few members of Congress that don't fit that description, but overwhelmingly, the Congress is connected to the lobbyists for the big banks, the corporations, the military-industrial complex, and so forth. They have no connection at all to the people of the United States, and they have completely lost the confidence of people in the United States. But nevertheless, they are in a position to make policy, to make laws, and to do very dangerous things like what they're talking about doing, or many of them are talking about doing in regard to Iran, that is starting a new war.
Okay, we'll leave it there for now, but of course, as always, we do appreciate your insight. That was Mr. Richard Becker with the Answer Coalition, speaking to us live from Sacramento.